the storyteller ends, waiting for the beat to fade, gathering his thoughts near the edge of the daylight.
Hi, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us today as we kick off the month of May celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, along with the 45th anniversary of the Asian Law Alliance. My name is Andy Ong. I'm a partner in the IP litigation group at Goodwin Procter, and I'm proud to serve as the board president of ALA this year. I've served on the board of directors for ALA for over 4 years now. I joined the board because I believe that the work that ALA does is truly important to the community that we all live in here in the Bay Area. ALA's work includes providing housing and immigration legal services, as well as working to bring attention to and addressing the growing number of instances of anti-API hate crimes that we have seen over the last several years. Goodwin Procter is a proud sponsor and supporter of ALA. Goodwin is committed to helping provide legal services to individuals that cannot afford those services. And we appreciate all the hard work and dedication that ALA and its staff and attorneys provide to the community each year. Goodwin gladly sponsors ALA each year to help support the critical work that ALA does. Every year, I personally donate what I can to ALA as well. There are so many great organizations out there doing important work, but I volunteer to serve on ALA's board and donate to ALA because I really believe the work it does has a significant impact on our community. To that end, I wanted to remind everyone that it's not too late to become a sponsor and donate to ALA if you have not done so already. ALA is able to perform many of the great services it does each year because of the generous support it receives from its many sponsors, whether it be from individuals, law firms, or companies. If you are still interested in donating to ALA as part of the 45th anniversary celebration, or at any time really, there's a special link to use for this month that you can find in the chat box. Or please feel free to reach out to Aleli Sampson, ALA's development director. Her email is also in the chat box. Thank you all again for the support you've given to ALA over the years. We hope you all enjoy the program today and the events that will take place over the rest of this month. I will turn this over now to Richard Konda, ALA's Executive Director, to kick off our celebration. Richard?
Thank you, Andy, and thank you to Goodwin Procter for continuing to support ALA. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to ALA's 45th anniversary kickoff and happy Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. My name is Richard Konda. I'm ALA's Executive Director and one of ALA's co-founders. For over 45 years, ALA has been serving low-income and immigrant communities by providing free legal services, educating the community about their rights, and conducting outreach to address hate incidents, register voters, and so much more. Last year, we helped save low-income residents more than $130,000 in costs for immigration legal services alone, while providing free legal assistance for residents who could not otherwise afford to get help. ALA has been working to prevent and address hate for decades. During the COVID-19 pandemic alone, ALA has been providing assistance to survivors with advice, reporting, and referrals for health and other non-legal services. To empower the community, we've been providing Know Your Rights training and translated educational materials to grassroots partners and service providers. And in addition, ALA has been organizing, attending, and publicizing community actions to denounce racism, anti-Semitism, and anti-LGBTQ plus hate with local and national partners. I could continue, but also would like to introduce our performers and speakers. We have a short but very special program for you this evening. In a moment, San Jose Taiko will perform, followed by a message by ALA board member Richard Hong from Morrison Foerster, one of our 45th anniversary platinum sponsors. Then we'll hear some reflections from the Asian American Leaders Table. After this, ALA board member Priya Viswanath from Cooley LLP, our second platinum sponsor, will give remarks. The autonomous region will close out our program with a beautiful song just before I rejoin the program briefly. Before we begin, I want to thank all of our supporters so far, starting with our $10,000 platinum sponsors, Cooley LLP, Facebook, and Morrison Foerster. Thank you to our current $7,500 gold sponsors, Perkins Coie. And thank you to our $5,000 silver sponsors so far, Allen & Overy LLP, Atlassian, Cadence, Covington and Burling LLP, Denton's, Greenberg Trowrig LLP, Goodwin Proctor, Minami Tamaki, Skadden, Shepard Mullen, Synopsys, TM Financial Forensics LLC, Wilson Sonsini Goodrich Rosati Foundation, Unibel Rodamco Westfield. We have a long list of bronze and copper event sponsors as well as Jade Circle donors who are all acknowledged on ALA's website. ALA could not do the work of advancing justice, dignity, and equality without all of our donors. Thank you. Without further ado, here is San Jose Taiko.
Hi, my name is Franco Imperial, and I am Artistic Director for San Jose Taiko. We're so honored to be presenting this virtual performance for you all today. San Jose Taiko started in 1973 in our own San Jose, Japantown, by a group of young adults looking to the taiko as a means of expressing and exploring their Japanese American, their Asian American identities. Since those early beginnings, San Jose Taiko has grown into a professional performing arts company. And as we tour nationally and internationally, we always remember our roots and consider ourselves ambassadors of our Japantown community. If you'd like to learn more about us, visit our website at taiko.org or on social media at San Jose Taiko. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy the performance.
Thank you, San Jose Taiko, for that awesome performance. I'm Richard Hung, the Global Co-Chair of Intellectual Property at Morrison and Foerster, and I'm proud to have served on ALA's Board of Directors for 8 years. I actually joined ALA in 2014 because I had hit the big 4-0 mark, and I was looking for an organization that was well-run and that also targeted the Asian American community, a community that, in my humble opinion, has been underserved for quite a long time. And so I found ALA. Speaking of the big 4-0 mark, I'm not the only one who has long since passed it, or long since reached it. On behalf of myself and my 1,000+ colleagues at Morrison and Foerster, I would like to extend hearty congratulations to ALA for reaching its 45th anniversary, and also to thank it for providing over 4 decades of direct legal services to the Asian American community. And with that, we'd like to present some reflections from 2021 that we believe still hold true, followed by a performance by the Autonomous Region.
Every day I'm reminded that the reason I even have a voice is because my story has never been just mine. It has always belonged to the village, a family heirloom from my ancestors who fought for their lives so that I can fight for ours. This is how I know that more than anything, our stories have the power to change everything. Why else would this country delight in our silence and be content with leaving our history out of the narrative? Why else would they worry about us coming together in protest and in prayer? Why else would our colonizers come for our language after taking our land? Our stories are not shiny ornamental fixtures meant to uphold Heritage Months. Our stories are the blood we did not lose in the war against our liberation. They're the fire that refuses to die. Our stories are not unique. They're just urgent. My story is just me preparing to be the kind of ancestor that our children can read about one day and say, wow, she really did try to come for everything that was due to us. All of us are ancestors in training. The clock started long before the grief and violence swallowed us whole this year. I am angry as hell, but I am tender with you and with the long road towards freedom, because our children will wonder what we did to ensure their survival. And I want to be able to say, we came for systems more than we came for each other. We chose to be in complexity instead of simply in community. I want to tell our children that we stopped fighting for more representation and a seat at tables that could care less about our cultures, our names, or our lives. I want to tell them that settler colonialism came for our islands, but that all of us, from Asia to Oceania, fought to put indigenous lands back into indigenous hands. I want to be the ancestor who says, we knew the root of this violence and the empire, imperialism, and militarism it comes from. The white supremacy that disguises it so that we never say its name and the soil it grows in. But I want to name the soil it grows in without flinching, because I'm not willing to mask this moment in anything but the truth. And the truth is that it is easy to say stop the violence when we think it started with us, and not with systems that have been coming for our people for centuries. It is easy to blame each other more than settler colonialism, anti-Blackness. It is easy to get loud about the violence against our elders and not the violence against our water, against our islands. But I'm not convinced that easy is our legacy. I'm not convinced that a Heritage Month will heal us. I'm convinced that our children are watching. They are listening to what we stand against and what we stand for, watching who we hold accountable, who we do not, and if that includes ourselves. It is hard to see that all violence is state violence, but I see it and refuse to whisper it like it's a secret. because I'm trying to be the ancestor who is loud as hell about ending the violence of poverty, of militarization, of deportations, the ancestor who is led by indigenous sovereignty and Black liberation more than by American values, the ancestor who knows that it's hard to have hope in the face of ongoing violence towards everyone we love. It's hard to have faith that things can change when it's 2021 and we have so much work to do to get to a better world than this one.
No walls, no camps, no hell.
But it's also hard to lose hope as our collective liberation is forcing us to come alive, is forcing us to keep going. The thing about liberation is that we may not agree on how we get there, but we get there together like our lives depend on it because they do. Grace was right. Now is the time to reimagine everything so that one day when we look our grandchildren in their faces, we can say, we were afraid the entire time that we were fighting for the world you deserve, but we did it anyways. We did it afraid. We did it in struggle. We did it for the culture. We did it for you, the way our ancestors taught us how. We did it this way because nothing else came close to freedom.
What a powerful message from the Asian American Leaders Table. Good evening. My name is Priya Viswanath, and it's a pleasure to be with you tonight. I'm immensely proud to be a member of the ALA board and to contribute to ALA's important work. Cooley is a proud platinum sponsor of ALA's 45th anniversary because Cooley stands by ALA's commitment to transform systems that perpetuate racial inequities. Cooley is a firm that has diversity, inclusion, equality, and justice woven into our identity, culture, brand, and core business. We're committed to being accountable for progress and to work towards systemic change within the firm, the industry, and our communities. In this instance, that accountability for progress includes supporting organizations such as ALA and its efforts to provide equal access to the justice system for API and low-income populations in Silicon Valley. These are also the reasons that, to me, ALA is such a valuable service to which to contribute my time and to sponsor. It's not too late to become a sponsor yourself and to donate to ALA's important work. So happy Asian American and Pacific Heritage Month, everyone. Next up is a very special performance. Here with us to present one of their original compositions fusing jazz with kulintang, pre-colonial music of the Philippines, is Autonomous Region.
Good evening. This is the Autonomous Region coming to you from San Francisco's International Hotel, Manila Town Center. We are the house band of the International Hotel. And we'd like to wish the Asian Law Alliance a happy 45th anniversary as they kick off AAPI Heritage Month. What we're going to sing now is a song that is considered the anthem of Manila Town, Dahil Sa'yo. Sa buhay ko'y labis, ang hirap at pasakit ng pusong umiibig, mandiwala ng langit at nang lumigaya.
Thank you for that heartfelt performance, the Autonomous Region. And thank you to Taiko, Andy Ong, Priya Viswanath, and Rich Hong, and everyone who was able to join us this evening. Please tell friends about ALA and our lineup of events all month long, which includes pro bono volunteer opportunities, a free bystander intervention training, and several other events to serve and empower the community. Last but not least, please support ALA's legal services for low-income residents, know your rights education, and civic engagement and community organizing to stop the hate by donating what you can if you have not already done so. Good night and happy API Heritage Month.
Sister sits on the steps, cigarette rests on fingertips, takes a sip of slow death, deftly through her lips she blows a kiss, which I can only resist in vain. She got the gift of gravity, pulling to ask her name. She says Sagaba. What's it mean? She says in Ilocano. It translates into suffering. I'm pondering the irony to conjure up the fearlessness to find a conversation. She offers me a square, I decline the invitation. It reminds me of the days when I would chain smoke, broken with no hope, broken like the manner she spoke. We both, two people seeking solace in remembrance and wondering if miracles were meant for us. But intent was just an innocent thought between a sister and a brother who've been building in the guidance of a mother. And the storyteller stops, waiting for the beat to drop, gathering his thoughts in the wind, breathing in like